u rong xe theo vợ chồng và cú giờ Vang Bì tụt 9 giờ nhớ về Vang Bì cho tiền gì và Vang Bì tàu qua đó bê chế mong hay nương bò theo lúc đi chờ America muốn tàu cơn gầu rồi lúc đi chờ Thái chứ để PP lúc đi chờ rồi giờ bộ chỉ tàu Vang Bì tụt tiền gì lúc nào cũng ba tàu ít đèn tàu và chỉ ở Vang Bì lý sư giờ bê chế nương lò chùa nên cho nó biển cho tiền gì và tàu ba lúc đi chờ lò chùa kia ba trọng phứ America cha đỡ nói giờ số thổ ít cho của xa chỗ ấy cú xa chờ nên cho nó biển và mua lúc tụ tròn trà của lúc đi chờ lò này kia đi tàu tua lúc đi chờ non cho xỉa lỡ là mua ấy cú mua cha đỡ nó cho tu chỉ nên cho là nhện với chỉ cú đó này cho nếu chỉ sẽ đỡ lòng thì chỉ vấn đề giờ mua đồ nướng nhện là chỉ cú háo phải lọt cho Vang Bìวันเดวันที่จีนู่นวันที่เปล่าเด้อกูตรงนั้นVang Bìถาให้เจ้าจ้าหน้าสื่อพิมพ์AP show เต๋อชงเจี๊ยบกัวชาโจอ้อนู่นวันที่จีVang Bìมอละgiờ lấy nó lúc nóกูยังงาแต่งเด้อเนาะตัวเคียโจVang Bìให้เจียVang Bì đại đỡ bỏ thơ thì cơ lúc nào cũng tua gà tua đó Vang Bì cho Bì để nó quy chi thái của chi và tu nôวันที่เปล่าลูเปล่าหนึ่งtuอีเชจุกวยอีเจียวหีเตาเต๋อเขาดูส่วนวินัยตัวรอให้อเมริกาก็ตาวถ่าเรากู้ให้เดียโยมน้อยจีน้อยผอลอกผอไม่ด้อเลยยาตัวหมูย่อจงเกยไทยยิ่งนู่นนอก็ตัวหมูย่อจงเกยไทยยิ่งเลยด้วยบีเดี๋ยวชิคกี้พายจ้องให้เดียชัวเจหนึ่งมองเจหนึ่งบลอน้อต่อการเจหย่อนเจจ่อหยีชัวก็หมูย่อจงเกยไทยยิ่งเลยก็ยาตีเจตีมัวหมูใช้หมูชัวเลยก็เลยชอบปลอดชอบตัวในที่อ้อก็ให้เดียนน้ำมงก็ยมบ้าก็จะตู้ก็ไม่ตู้ก็เดินกับเตียนดอกเตอร์นู่นนอก็โตก็จะกินเธอก็ตู้พวกเกิดตาดอกเตอร์เดี๋ยวนี้ก็จะกินเธอนู่นวันที่เปล่าลูกจีลินดูอ้อพายิชิถาอสมองกูให้เดียกูเธอโตก็ได้เธอพอเธอติดเธอลูกเสือก็ยานอารมณ์ยอดติดเธอละจัวกูยังไงตัวเราก็ไอเดียจอยใจตัววัวเต้จอยปากกาตัวชิมวยจอมมองก็ตัวถูมองนู่นเรากูงาตัวเราก็ยังมวยเราก็จะมีตู้มีหยวกก็เคยจะมัวพอเธอติดเธอไอเดียก็ต่อป้าลูกที่เขียวอเมริกาเนาะมัวนู่นในเกินเรา
Lieutenant Vang Bì recently chalked up his 500th combat mission as a fire bomber pilot. As a veteran of the North Laos Air War, this means that he has been flying all 8 months. Vang Bì, who is 22 years old, is one of 7 Hmong Hill tribe pilots who fly in the mini Air Force of converted T-28 trainers attached to the CIA-sponsored secret army of Major General Vang, which fights against the North Vietnamese in North Laos. It used to be a rule in the U.S. Air Force that pilots earned themselves a ticket home after 100 combat missions in high-risk areas in Indochina. And it took most American pilots close to a year to pile up that many. The Hmong average 8 to 10 missions a day in their light little propeller-driven planes when the weather permits, and it does not take long to pile up an impressive total of missions. If the pilot lives long enough, There has been a total of somewhere between 20 and 30 Hmong pilots trained in the last 4 or 5 years. According to one tally, that there are only 7 now flying out of this headquarter base for the secret army, gives an idea of the odds they face when they come into the cockpit. They tend to lead a short but happy life, says one American who knows them well. The Hmong have become the backbone of air support for General Vang Pao's Hill tribe guerrilla since the communist offensive in South Vietnam, has kept most of the US big jets in their impressive firepower busy with daily strikes across the mountain in North and South Vietnam. T-28s carry only 4 250-pound bombs each, plus 50 caliber machine guns, which are always effective against well-dug-in targets, but they can go much lower and slower than the jets, which gives them almost pinpoint bombing accuracy in the hands of a skilled pilot. Going lower and slower also makes it easier to get shot down. The T-28s were withdrawn from combat on the onset of North Vietnamese offensive on the plain of Jars north of Long Chinh last December, when so sophisticated communist anti-aircraft guns knocked 3 out of the sky in a few hours. It was impossible to cope with it, said one American official. Like the secret army, Vang Pao's Air Force is a US-sponsored operation. Americans supervise maintenance of the T-28s and the loading of the bombs. When a T-28 is lost, it is replaced with a stockpile kept at an airbase in Udon across the Mekong River in Thailand. Vang affects a tailored royal blue flight suit just like the ones worn by some US fighter pilots. He wears his blue overseas cap on a jaunty angle. On his uniform, Vang proudly wears the patch of the 567th Special Operation Wings of the United States Air Force Unit, which taught him how to fly the T-28s in his course in Udon. And in closing, the patch that he wears claims that every man has a tiger in him.
Cứ tìm mong đàn họ để hai trẻ cho tu trả hà lô là cho tu trò nhau họ họ nói là chân gì để cho mình cả lần do cho hai để nè cho đi nụ nè qua cả lúc tây lúc chờ quan trò quan trà thì thay lúc tây chờ lo cho chỉ ta lên đây khi mình cả cho đi nụ đồ mình cả thì họ nói vậy họ cố rong và mỗi cho đồ chuyện năng cái chúng ta lên đây với họ đã nâng rong và khai bây giờ tôi còn sai lo giá tổng đây hay là bây nè bây gì cũng nâng bây chuyện năng không cũng nâng cũng mua một ly trà lọ thì bây giờ chúng tôi khởi để cho rong giá tổng đâyวันนี้เฉลยจงเราเขาเจอตัวมีตู้ด็อกเตอร์ก็รอเช่อยู่ตัวรถเบนด็อกเตอร์เลยเช่เขารอร้านđể nói choมึงqua cái chỉ tao được có chi cáiตัวนั้นđể nóiก็ยังไทยกูเชื่อตลอดนู่นนอนเต็มหัวตัวก็จีจีหนึ่งตึกก็ไปยาด้านหนึ่งไปจะมองนั่งบินนั่นตัวช่างที่เฉลิมตัวมั่วก็ที่คุณไปย่างเขานู่นนอนเต็มหัวขันนอนตลอดตัวเก่าตู้เด็กต่างชาติในเก่าตู้ที่สี่ตัวเจ้าหมุนเกิดเจียว่าด้ามหัวว่าเจ็ดตัวนั้นChina, tahu China, kalau dia pasal itu dia